morning, grade 4. We are now in our second week of learning as grade 4 students. So for this week, we're going to start with a new selection, our first selection for this school year. Okay, so let me share my screen. So this video is created, for the benefit of those who were not able to attend class. So this week, this is our learning goal. Let me share my screen, our learning goals. Okay, our learning goal for this week. Okay, so we have to read and comprehend or understand the story because of Winn Dixie, written by Kate Vitamillo. Also, we have to identify the story elements in that story, which means we have to revise the different elements in a story. Okay, and then we have to explain what is a flashback. Okay, also we have to spell the words in the spelling list correctly. So spelling list number 1 is already in Edmodo. Next, you have to use the new vocabulary words we have been, okay, in a sentence correctly. Now, I'll be giving you a spelling test after I meet, okay, after I'm able to meet all of the 3 groups. Okay. And then, okay, I'll be posting an interactive spelling presentation so that you can practice as well. So this morning, your task is to read, right? To read our story because of Winn Dixie. So I have uploaded an interactive video, an interactive story, and also a PDF copy of the story that you can find in the book because we still don't have the book. The book, I'm hoping that it will come next week because it's already in Doha, but then still it's in the Bureau of Customs. Okay, so it's already here, so let's just wait a little while. Okay, so that's it. Now, this morning, this is what we did in school. So we practiced spelling list number 1. That's the first task that we did this morning. Okay, usually I do this like 3 times. So there's like 2 drills, which is not graded, and the third one is already recorded. So this morning, we practiced spelling list number 1. So every time that we're going to have this one, we'll just have 1 drill. Then you get to practice it at home, and then we'll have the test, the recorded one, okay, the recorded spelling list. Aside from that one, okay, this morning, we were able to have, we divided this word because these words actually fall into 2 categories. Okay, the long A sounding and then the short A. Okay, so we have the long A and the short A. So I'm gonna put the interactive presentation for the spelling list in Edmodo so that you can practice as well. To those who did not, who were not able to go to school. Now, aside from that one, this morning, we also started with proofreading. So I know some of you already know how to proofread. So you get to check a sentence, okay, so what's wrong with it. And then you will put the corrected one. But this time in grade 4, you're going to use the proofreading marks, this one. Okay, can you see the red symbols? So now, whenever we're doing peer revision in writing, in our writing workshop, okay, you know that during our writing workshop, right, okay, you get to review, okay, your classmates' essay. So you have to use this proofreading mark. Okay, so these are the proofreading marks that we will be often, you will often use for this one. Okay, and when you go to class, okay, there will be an activity every morning called proofreading. I'm gonna give you a sentence and then you have to look at it. Okay, now you have to check if there are mistakes. So if there's like a capitalization mistake, you're gonna use this symbol. Okay? And then also, okay, today, okay, we started reading the selection. Okay, and for those of you who are at home, we also started with this one. Okay. This is the interactive story selection. Now, when you do this, you have to be in the slideshow mode. The slideshow mode is at the bottom of the page here. You have to click on it. Now, okay, this is it. This is actually a copy of the book with teacher's question, okay, a guide question. So you can answer it. So what I want you to do is have your notebook with you as you read through the text. Now, I also have the PDF copy. If you think the PDF copy is much clearer to you, then you can also have that one. Now, if you see this button, this icon, you have to click on it, and there's a teacher's message to it, okay, or an instruction. Next, another one, so you click on it, and this is about the author. So Katie Camillo is the author of this story. Okay. So what type of story? This is a realistic fiction. So last time we talked about a different genre. So a realistic fiction is a present-day story that could take place in real life, but still it's a fiction, right? A fiction is it's not a real, okay, a real story. It's not, okay, but seemingly because you know the place is real. And also we're gonna use this reading strategy summarizing. So you're gonna detail the important parts of the text in your own words because of this part, the story stuff. Okay, so there will be a part wherein you're gonna give the characters, the setting, and the plot. That's why I want you to have your notebook as you go on reading, okay, the text. Okay, so Katie Camillo is the author. She grew up in Florida, where this story takes place. She wrote because of Winn Dixie during the first time in her life that she did not own a dog. Magic. She was able to write something about, you know, a dog, even though she doesn't have one. Di Camillo believes that looking closely at the world and paying attention are the most important things to become a good writer. Okay? Anyway, you can do a research if you want to write about something that you don't have or you haven't been. Like you can write about Mars, the planet Mars, even if you were not able to go there, just by research. Okay, so if you're done with this one, okay, and this is actually the target vocabulary words. We'll have a separate video for this one and a separate PowerPoint interactive presentation. So after getting, you know, all the information about the author, okay, after putting it in your notebook, you may proceed to the green arrow, click on it, okay, essential questions. I want you to answer the essential question also in your notebook, okay? So how do friends help each other? You have to put your answer in your notebook, okay? Next. You know why? Because this is actually a story about friendship. Now, let's click on the green. When you click the red, it means you're going back. Okay, no. Okay, so let's move forward. Now, this is a copy of the text in the book. Okay, so now there are lots of buttons in here, right? You can explore actually. Now, as you're reading this one, I want you to have your notebook so you can take note of the important elements in the story. We actually have 5, but we're just gonna have 3, okay, for now. I want you to take note of the characters, the setting, okay, meaning the time and the place, and the plot, okay? So, as you read, you're gonna read it. Take note, okay? So, after reading, you get all the information, write it in your notebook. Like, who is the character? Okay? Where is it? Where is the setting? And what time or when? When did it happen? And then what happened first? And then, and then what happened next? Okay, so something like that. Now, this one, look at this one. There's question number 1. What is the setting of this selection? So after reading the selection, you know, right? So what happened? Okay, what is the setting of this selection? Where did this Where is the setting? Okay, now after you write the answer in your notebook, so you have your answer, you can check if your answer is correct. Okay, by clicking answer. Okay, so for those of you, for example, you've read it. The question is, what is the setting of this selection? Okay, in the book you've read, right? Okay, everything happened in the library, right? So the answer is setting of this selection is in the library. Let's see if it's correct. Okay, so it's correct. The setting is the Herman W. Block Memorial Library. Okay, so when you click this picture of a house, it will go back to home. So you're done with question number 1. So it's important for you to read the entire page first before you click the numbers. Now, in every number, there is a corresponding question that you have to answer. All the answers you have to put in your note. Okay? So number 2, what are some possible reasons that Opal spends so much time at the library? Okay? So what's the answer? Okay, after you place your answer in your notebook, you can click on answer. Now, we're gonna talk about the answers, okay, when you come to school. So we're gonna check it in school. Okay, so this one will help you. Now, you can now go back to the next page. So you have to read on it and the same thing, just answer the question. Okay, so stop and think. What problem does Winn Dixie solve by standing up and looking through the window? So all these buttons are actually questions that you have to answer. Okay, so this one will help you make your learning, okay, fun. Okay, so you can continue. Just move on. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there. Okay, now you have 11 and 12. So there's 12 already. Okay, 15. Those are just the questions that will help you to get all the information that you need. Now, by the end, I want you to put this one in your notebook. Characters, setting, and plot. Okay, remember I told you to get all the information as you read, so you're able to get the characters, the setting, and the plot. I want you to put this one, your answers, okay, so in your notebook, this one, characters, setting, plot. You have to put it like that, and, okay, you're gonna take a picture of this one and attach it in the homework for Winn Dixie. So this one will be in Edmodo as an assignment. Okay, so that's it. The deadline for the assignment will be on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. for the story map, story structure. So you have to give the characters, the setting, the plot, or the summary. Okay, so summarizing is retelling the story in your own words, right? You're getting all the information, the important information, and then you're just gonna retell the story. That's it. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can send it directly to teacher. Okay, so that is our activity for today. So for tomorrow, I'm gonna post a new an interactive lesson, okay, in Edmodo. Okay, so I hope to see you all soon, everyone, okay? And okay, I hope everyone still healthy. Keep safe, okay? And always be healthy. That's it, okay? Please do your homework, okay? All the homeworks and send it to me.